Hello guys, my name is Echo, and welcome to um, the weapon guide for Gunlance in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, which I am probably going to call 4G because that's what I'm used to. Like, the Japanese name is called 4G. Anyway, so right now I am wearing a Gunlance. Yup, this bulky thing. And I am pretty much going to go on a random mission and just show you what kind of attacks it can do, and I want to talk about what skills are good for this Gunlance, and a lot of stuff like that. So this episode is going to be mainly about Gunlance. So remember, this definitely contains spoilers, so be sure to be careful about that. So first, I am just going to go on a quest to just go on an item tour, I should say. So I'm just gonna go ahead and and depart. Wait, let me just clear up my weapons and my items and stuff. Okay, let's go. So first of all, the Gunlance is not exactly a fast weapon. Like, so you press X to take out your weapon, so this is what mine looks like. There are, like, many numbers of types of Gunlances, and if you look, it's spinning, which is pretty cool. It doesn't have any effect or anything, but it just looks cool. And when you walk around with a Gunlance, it's pretty slow. And you can press Y to put away your weapon. So this place is a bit brighter and probably easier to see. And in this area, no monsters come, so anyway, so after you've brought out your weapon, and the Gunlance has pretty much 3 main buttons. Well, all weapons have 3 main buttons: the R button, and the X button, and the A button. So you might have noticed, if I press R, you can guard, using the shield, which is pretty self-explanatory, but you can use your stamina, which is the yellow bar, and guard from attacks. And of course, during the guard position, you can do a lot of attacks and stuff too, but I'll cover that later. Anyway, so first, if you press the X button, it does a stab, and then you can stab twice, and then after that, if you press X again, it does a, I don't know how to say this, like a strong attack, I'll call it. And this, yeah, it's a strong attack, so, but it takes a while to hit, so I don't exactly use this too much. And then next up is the A button, which for Gunlance is shoot, like firing the cannon, well, the gun. And then right here is the number of bullets you have. So you can press once, press twice. Okay, that is just some supplies, and this is the third, and now it says reload. And if you try to fire again, you can't. See, it's like, no, I don't have any bullets. So, to reload, which is pretty important in the Gunlance, you press R to guard, and press A, and then you can reload. Or, right after you shoot, if you press A, it does a auto reload and reloads 1 bullet. So, like, you can reload the bullet you just used, pretty much. And by the way, it's called a Gunlance, but it doesn't exactly have long range, so this is a small monster right here, but if you shoot at it, I won't reach it because it's not a long-range weapon. So, that may not make sense, but that's just how it works. So, combos and stuff. You can press X and A at the same time to do a upwards cut sort of thing. And also, while you're guarding and press X, you can do a upward stab, I should say. And this is like an upward slice. And then after the upward slice, you can press X again to do an upward stab. And then you can press X again to do another one. Or you could go upward stab, upward, slice, stab, and slice again. And then, that's pretty much the triple combos and stuff. You can do stab, stab, and up slice, and what else? For example, up stab, and then whoops, up stab, and slice. So you can pretty much do a lot of stuff with this. But after that, after you do the 3 hits is what's important. For example, if you do X, X, and X again, and if you press A, you can fire all 3 of your shots at once. And which is pretty strong, and it adds like an attack bonus to your bullets. So, for example, if this bullet does one bullet does for example, 1 damage, it doesn't do 3 damage when you shoot all 3 of them. It does like, I don't know, like 3.2 or something like that? It gives you an attack bonus when you do this, it's called a full burst. It shoots all of your, bullets that you have. So if I only have like 2 bullets, it'll only, do 2 bullets. Like that. So, of course, that means increased attack power, so you should always manage your bullets and stuff. Well, of course, there are some people who don't use the bullets and just stab away at people. But that's also a way to use the gunlance. Like, using the, gun lowers your, like, de-sharpens? I don't know. It makes your blade duller quicker than by stabbing. So, some people don't use stab at all because it uses up your, sharpness bar a lot more. So, what else can I do? So this, right here, what I'm going to do right now is the most awesome and powerful attack that a gunlance has. Press R button to guard, and then press XA while you're guarding. And it does a super cannon thing. And this thing is very strong, but it has a cooldown time of 120 seconds, 2 minutes. And after 2 minutes, you can use that. And also, a better way to, it's hard to keep track of time, of course. So, if you look here, it's like emitting smoke. And once this smoke stops, it means the 2 minutes is up. So that's when you can use it. And this attack is like really, really strong. But of course, you may have noticed you like slide back from like the recoil. So, and it has a long charge time, so it's not exactly a move to use whenever you want. You have to, like, think about when to use that. Because, of course, it's a strong move, but it has some, you know, like, it has its pros and cons. Like, of course, this move uses a lot of your, sharpness bar, by the way. So, by the way, you can use the, Sharpen Rock. I don't know what the English name is of this, but you can use this to sharpen up your blade, and it raises your attack power a bit. And, okay. So, I want to, like, tell you guys about what kind of combos are the best. So, what kind of combos I like to do is stab, stab, and dodge. Like, dodge to the left or right, or to the back. And also, the dodge motion by pressing B is just a backstep for the gunlance. But, for example, if you press the opposite way you are facing and then press B, then you can jump farther than it really does. So, like, this is a regular backstep, but then a long backstep does that much, so it's a bit longer. Like, maybe like about 1.5 times longer, maybe? I don't know. And then, so, that's a way to dodge, and so, I like to do stab, stab, and up slice, and then dodge, and I like to, up slice, up stab, and up oh, whoops. Yeah, you can do that too. Up slice, up stab, and up slice. Whoa, what's going on? Okay. Up stab, up slice, and up stab. There we go. Finally pulled it off. And you can fire your shots pretty much at any time. Like 2 stabs, fire, you can do that. Upwards, fire. So, of course, when you go like upward slice and then fire, it's going to shoot the bullet upwards, so you can hit like enemies that are flying and stuff. And I like to use, so, if you hit friends with the bullet, it pretty much, like, blasts them off a long way, so this weapon may not exactly be full for multiplayer at times, but that's just how you use it, so if you be careful, it's a very strong weapon, of course. Like, there's no weapon balance in this game. Like, no, like, the weapon balance is amazing in this game. Like, no weapon is too powerful, no weapon is too weak. That is the good part of this game. Like, it's really well balanced. Well, of course, there are some that are stronger than others, but it doesn't matter too much. Like, when you go on the internet, it's not like everybody's using the same weapon. Like in Smash Bros. Where everybody's using Diddy Kong. Anyway, so, okay, I'm getting sidetracked here, so you can do the strong hit and then full burst. Oh, and as you can see, the smoke is not coming out anymore, so I can use the, super cannon. I'll call it the super cannon. It's a stupid name while I'm calling it that, but, so what you can do also is after you do the full burst, you can press X and A, and then you can charge up immediately, which is actually pretty good for, like, enemies that are, not standing up, like, on their back or something, like when you KO'd them or something. And then, for example, let's see, what else do I do? Oh, one more thing. After any attack, if you press R and A, you can do a charge shot, which uses your regular bullets, and then just does one strong shot. And then you can, of course, reload after that. Like, whoa, okay. It's hard to do this in front of a camera. So, charge shot right after a shot, and then you can reload again, and do all that kind of stuff. So, Monster Hunter is pretty much a lot about experimenting what you can do with your weapon and stuff. So, there's a lot more things I haven't shown because I don't have time, but there's a lot more things you can do with every weapon, so choose your weapon of choice, just try out a lot of stuff, and you'll probably find new things every time you use it. And then you can backstep and reload like that. Backstep, reload, and stuff like that. So I think I've pretty much covered all I can do with the Gunlance, sort of. Well, not everything, of course, like I said, but, like, I've pretty much covered what kind of attacks you can do. So, oh, also, a important mechanic in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate is jumping right here. Dash into a ledge, and then if you keep running, and then you can just land and keep going. And then, during that time, if you while you're flying, press X, and you can do a lunge, or you can do a, for example, after you have your weapon out, and, for example, while you're walking and press X, you can do a lunge attack, like a lunge slice. And while you're running without your weapon out and press X, you can do a lunge sort of thing too. And if you lunge into a ledge, you can do a strong attack, and from here you can do, like, full bursts and stuff. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do in this game with each weapon, so it's really important to experiment. For example, if you guard and press forward and A, you can do a lunge shot. And if you do a lunge shot, you can do a lunge jumping shot. That's hard to say. And then you can press X, which I like to do, and you can do another strong hit. So that's pretty much it. There's a lot more stuff you can do with a Gunlance, any weapon, of course, and be sure to, like, find what weapon suits you, and each weapon has its pros and cons, of course, so, be sure to, like, try out every weapon and stuff. Okay, so that'll do it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, I will see you in the next video. See ya!